think I came to Atlanta and not gon' rap, nigga. I'm in the kitchen with Yayo, he make it slap, nigga. You niggas ain't got no motion and that's a fact, nigga. I drop a few more, I'm blowing, I'm like Iraq, nigga. Whipped up the sack, retired quarterback, nigga. She off the track, can't work her if she flat, nigga. I need her with an apple bottom like a Mac, nigga. 020 moving, I ain't talking about a pack, nigga. What up, Gringo Gang? It's your boy Emerald Amigo back at you with another video, and we got some sauce for you in this one, man. So make sure you get your notepads and pay attention, because this is a very important lesson for especially all of the young and beginning up and coming artists. You know what I'm saying? Y'all YNs that just jumped off the porch, y'all need to pay attention to this, because this is a curse that a lot of artists get caught up in, and I've seen it time and time again. And I've always known, for some reason, you know, maybe it's because of my musical education per se, not getting degrees in music and stuff like that. I mean, all of the old school catalogs and stuff I was influenced by, and I was raised around, you know, all of the different artists I was exposed to. That's the word I was looking for. All of the music I was exposed to, it kind of put it in my soul to live by what they're going to be discussing in this video. But it's a lot of people out here who, you know, I understand y'all want to be great artists. Y'all want to, you know, reach the heights and be very competitive. But there's just some things that aren't wise to do in your pursuit of success in music and entertainment. And this is one of the biggest ones. So we about to get into it. This right here is the guy Russ, independent, has, you know, super duper cult fan base. I'm sure you heard some of his music before. Worked with some of everybody in the game, and he is on this podcast called The Truth Hurts. I've never heard of it. This is my first time hearing of it, but I see Russ, you know, I click. I gotta see what he got going on, because he's one of the pioneers of this shit, one of the largest and most successful independent artists in the game right now, man. And the host of this podcast are these guys right here. I'm not familiar with their names yet, but I will learn it. So the next time that I come across one of their clips that I want to review, I'll know who they are next time. But let's get into it and see what they're talking about, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for your boy, and hype the video up if you learned something today. You dig? Let's get it.
EPMD's biggest hit. You know, it's all over, right? Awesome. It was like their biggest hit, which is cool, yeah, right? It's a great song. And Kanye, I remember, was talking later on about like how he loved that song, but he's like, they're the dumbest. He's like, that was so stupid though. Crossing over is the best thing. And I was like, I mean, it can be, but like not if it requires like compromising like your art or what you find true to yourself, you know, and like
I mean, if you start doing shit for money, whatever you're doing is the quality's gonna suffer, because you're not putting the quality of the thing first, you're putting the money first. So now you're about to make shit that you feel like is commercially viable, and at that point you're making product, you're not making art, you're trying to make the shit that's gonna sell the most.
All right, so we are discussing switching your style of music to try to catch a popular record, a hit song, like a Billboard spot. Not sticking true to yourself, but bending to the current currents of the industry and the musical landscape, so that you could possibly hit that lottery and win the jackpot. But just like the casinos, big dog, the odds are very, very, very much against you. They already against you in the first place, so you might as well just, you know, stick to
what you do and what made you confident about being an artist, and what people, around you in your social circles and your city, what they told you that they like that you do, you might as well, stick to those things rather than trying to copy and paste everything successful that you see go on in the industry. And that's what a lot of people do. And I'm here to try to encourage y'all not to fall into that trap, because I know, there was a time, first of all, there was a time where, just like they said, Kanye said, not crossing over is stupid. There was a time where all of your strict, hip hop heads, like your, Most Defs, Talib Kweli's, your KRS-Ones, those type of guys, your real deal, strictly hip hop heads, they believe that, hey, crossing over to pop, that is like committing murder. That is the number one sin that you can do in this religion called hip hop music. Like, you just don't do that. We stick to our genre. We don't shuck and jive for the man. We ain't doing none of that. We sticking to, the roots, and we keeping it true. We keeping it hip hop. But I can understand, when your Ludacris's and your Lil Wayne's and your Kanye's and your Eminem's and your Nelly's, they came around and they started crossing over and, going from just hip hop to hip hop / pop. You know what I'm saying? I understand it because, it's such a huge audience that you're missing out on, and so much money and opportunity that you're cheating yourself out of, trying to just, keep the shit too real, trying to stay too gutter. Sometimes, you can still have, your hip hop underlying sound within pop records, within pop culture records. Not saying it necessarily has to be pop, but you can still have your DNA inside of, worldly accepted music without, trapping yourself in a box. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the artists that I just named, that's what they paved the way for us to be able to express ourselves in a more open, cross-genre way. But that, opposed to going from hip-hop to pop, or hip-hop to another genre, or your genre to another genre, just because the other genre is what's popping in the world, or it's the top genre in the world right now, that's where people make the mistake. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of rappers, went from conscious hip hop or, just regular rap music to trap rap over the last 10 years because that's what they thought was the hottest thing and what was going to make them famous and make them hot. And if you were a rapper who came into the game and you got some trap inside of you, and you know what I mean, that wasn't your main focus, but it's within you and it's within your persona, then by all means, you know what I'm saying, lean more into your trap side and see what happens. But if you came into the game and you was Childish Gambino, or you was Lupe Fiasco type of nigga, and then you want to start trap rapping because it was the hottest thing come on, big dog. Let's not do all that. Let's chill out, big dog. You fucking your brand up. You fucking your image up. Like, it ain't. it ain't matching with your experience, big homie. You applying for a job that you just don't qualify for, and the sound is not gonna match the image or the lingo, and you're just gonna look crazy because you out here trying to copy and paste whatever you can to make some money. So that's what we talking about in this video. Don't do that, y'all. Let's keep going.
I love music so much, and I just honor my own taste so much that I can never go against my taste and authenticity for the sake of like, yeah, but this might be a hit though. What? I also just like the nature of this shit. Nobody knows what the fuck a hit is gonna be.
Let me flaunt about it. Think you the best I ever seen. Think you the best I ever seen. Fuck you mean, blow my cream, yeah, queen. Hop in my whip and let you get me on the inside. Can't let me leave without you, and you ain't never lied. She do it good, bustin' moves in the house shoes. Doing the grown up, like it without.
You're gonna sit there and go make music for the money, thinking that you know what music is gonna make money, and that shit's gonna come out and not make money, and now the music's bad too. Like now you lost on all fronts. Loved.
Facts, man, facts. And this is why, you know, I stick to my style and what sounds good to me. Of course, we all experiment with different BPMs and different beat styles, different genres or whatever. Whatever, you know, the artist inside of you calls you to try out. We all experiment with those type of things in that type of way. But trying this when you don't want to try this, but you're trying this because you feel like he said, it's going to be a hit though. That's where you kind of get into the selling your soul kind of arena of the game. And, you know, you don't want to do that because, for one thing, like they say, and shout out to the boy 6LACK Slack from Atlanta. You know who I'm talking about. Shout out to him. Like he said on his album, man, I'm not going to try to do just anything to make a hit, because if I do this and that's the sound that pop, I'm going to have to do that shit for the rest of my career. If you follow outside influences and what all these random people are telling you, you should do this, do that, and it don't match up with your soul and the vision that you got for yourself, if that fuck around and pop and you went against yourself, then your entire career, you living somebody else's life in your body. Like, you trap yourself in somebody else's life. What kind of shit is that? You living this rap person's life over here who want to rap about this bullshit, and that is not the shit that you ever set out to rap about, to make music about. But it's the only way that people gonna see you, because you put yourself out in that way and it worked. But that wasn't your original plan. And don't make your first breakout song in a particular style and then think you just gonna switch it up on niggas when they still getting to know you. That shit ain't gonna work. Don't think that's gonna work. Don't think you're gonna be able to switch up and go back to being yourself after you done already decided to put yourself in this genre over here. No, the fans, they wanted you for the shit that made you blow up. So these are the dangers of making music for the purpose of success rather than the purpose of self-expression, because you can make yourself a slave to your own damn craft, or whatever craft you decided to piggyback on. But anyway, let's keep going.
I loved melodies, but I also loved rap, and I loved the hybrid of it. So it was I never felt like I was chasing a pop sound. It was just naturally what I liked. I like shit I like catchy shit, and I like hard raps. You know what I mean? trying to just chase a trend and chase what you think is going to work, you're going to be chasing your tail forever. As opposed to what I've seen actually really work and what people are gravitating towards more than ever now is authenticity. Somebody who's just raw, real. We can just.
Absolutely, man. And this is the main lesson that, you know, I want to get out to everybody, because I've seen so many people around me do it for so many years, and they see a trend in the industry, and okay, last couple of years, everybody who's done this has been blowing up. Okay, these couple of years, everybody who has been doing this is blowing up. And I've seen people, you know, switch their styles up from this style of rap to that style of rap to that genre, trying to keep up with the Joneses. And then next thing you know, they don't even know who the fuck they are anymore. They don't even know themselves no more. Meanwhile, you know, hey, this genre blowing up over here, and I rock with that genre, and I was already making that type of music anyway. I put out a couple extra songs in that genre to, you know, higher my chances. But if I see this guy who ain't never made rock music in his life or ever listened to rock music, don't give a fuck about rock music, and rock music start becoming the wave, and he go from spitting crazy hip-hop 16s to trying to start a rock band, I'm going to be looking at this nigga crazy. Like, what is you doing? Because at the end of the day, man, the trains is going to, I mean, not the trains, excuse me. The trends are going to change like the weather. They're going to change every day. So if you keep switching your entire persona and image up to match every trend that comes along, motherfuckers who was with you from the beginning, they gonna start looking at you like a fraud ass nigga. And once people start realizing you a fraud, man, and you ain't got no identity or story for them to connect to, what's the point of them listening to your music, big homie? How they gonna relate to you? You don't even know. You can't even relate to you. What you got going on, man? What you much rather do is keep making the music that is tied to your soul, that fulfills your heart, and let the world catch up to you when they catch up to you, big dog. You just keep your eyes on the prize and you keep working. Because this chasing around the fucking industry and chasing around hit songs and shit, like I said, it's gonna have you chasing your tail. You're gonna be out here looking goofy as hell, stupid, desperate. You don't want to do that to yourself, big dog. Stay in your lane and ride it until you motherfuckers learn your name. That's how the game should go. That's how it go, man. And if you out there in the beginning stages and you trying to hop on every wave and every train that you see going by, I suggest you stop that shit now. If you seeing this video, I suggest you stop that shit right now, because you shooting yourself in the motherfucking foot. You don't even know it, man. Let's finish it up now.
Tell, maybe it's fake, but it's like, feels like this is really you. And it kind of cuts through, because you can tell when somebody's just doing theater and it's performative, you know? And so for me, I'm trying to just get even more aligned with my taste and more like that. I was telling you before we got on, like, you could just be scrolling as an artist and you see a viral clip of a new song blowing up. And even if it's not conscious, but subconsciously, you might be like, damn, so that's what works.
Yeah.
And maybe that comes out in the studio next time.
Right.
For me, I'm trying to get back to just, if I like it, that's enough. That means it is hard, because what I think is hard, and that's it.
And it don't get any simpler than that, Gringo Gang, man. Look, trust your process. Trust your sound. Trust your taste buds. You dig what I'm saying? There's a reason that you're an artist in the first place. Either yourself or somebody outside yourself. And more than likely, you're not going to decide to be an artist if people outside of yourself, if no one outside of yourself told you that you had some talent or some fire shit. If somebody outside of yourself told you that something that you created on your own was hot, that means you had the ability to keep creating hot shit. So you don't need to be out here trying to be everything else that you see going on around you, big dog. Because if you do that, eventually you gonna go around so many times that you gonna forget where the fuck you came from, big dog. And then when all those waves die out, you're not gonna know where to return to, big homie. There's a difference between, you know, collabing in this lane over here, making a one and done track over here, trying out this little genre, you know, with somebody else who's experiencing the genre over here, but completely changing your style and who you are, just, you know what I mean, to chase that popularity, big dog, you're giving up your entire soul and your goals and the road that you chose. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to yourself, man. You gonna hate it. You gonna regret it. And it's not gonna work out for you in the long run. But anyway, Gringo Gang, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I hope I taught you something in this video, man. And man, ride your own wave. Moral of the story. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Hype the video up if you learn something. And Gringo Gang, I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Yes, sir. Ski.
In they blood, with G in they blood. No longer putting weed in my lungs. The season begun. I'm falling through, just me and the gun. I squeeze and you're done. So keep the beef and things will be fun. Colossal the moves. I know what they can't teach in the schools. Not watching cartoons. Don't care about the even the news. I'm living my life. I make it work the way that I choose. It's all W's. Cause nigga, I ain't playing to lose. Cause I'm the big dipper. I'm bad bitch guitar. Got Corona in my dick, I don't sip liquor. I'm a slick nigga, I'm a rich bitter. You don't show up with my chips, I'ma get with ya. I'm a lit nigga, talking shit with ya. Counting money in the flick, it's the big picture. I'm the quick killer, there ain't no trick thriller. I make a movie with your bitch until I hit thriller. Come on, I'm the big dipper, bad bitch guitar. Got Corona in my dick, I don't sip liquor. I'm a slick nigga, I'm a rich bitter. You don't show up with my chips, I'ma get with ya. I'm a lit nigga, talking shit